Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel and another episode of A World of Dummies. And you could even add banned in this because there's some people that should be banned. So today, but we're not going to call it banned. We're just going to call it you dummy, because that is ultimately what these people are. So we're just going to fast forward it just a little bit, not too much. And the person we're looking at in this replay is the Lorraine 40T. So you can see there's 4 mediums. Well, there's 3 mediums and a light tank. They've all gone together. They've all gone together, and they are actually, to be fair, they are all kind of supporting each other. But you know, it is what it is. When some people die, they like to take their anger out on the team, and that is what happens all the time. So at the moment, it's a 6 versus 5. It's not looking too bad. There are a couple of low hit point tanks. This AMX, our guy in the standard B, and you've got a couple of people over there that are pretty much on their own. The IS-3, if he gets rushed, he is on his own. So our guy here in the standard B, he's trying to open them up. He's trying to see where they are. Now, he didn't know that this K91, the T-34-3, the WZ are all going to push forward. And because they are all pushing forward, it leaves that Lorraine in a very bad position. So he, of course, dies. There's nothing really they did too much wrong, to be fair. They didn't do too much wrong at all. But, of course, he feels the need to start then raging a little bit. Now, it just starts off, thanks, meds. Okay, normally they would just kind of leave it as that. Instead of easy kill, okay, again, I do understand that. Sometimes there are easy kills. But in this game, I mean, this replay, there wasn't really any easy kills. And then he grabs the N-word. I mean, was it necessary? No, it wasn't. You know, I don't think the team itself, I mean, just watching the replay, I don't think the team actually did a bad job. It's one of those that, okay, we could have done better. We didn't do too bad, apart from these two that are just, you know, well, this guy's camping, which is fair enough. He's a tank destroyer. And then, of course, they start arguing. The guy in the standard B, Tommy, he's obviously trying to defend, and he said, look, dude, why are you moaning? Why are you so moody? Why are you moaning? Don't say that word. It's a bad word. It's wrong, which, fair enough. And obviously, the Rain was just like, it's just the effing word. It's not just the effing word. You know, you shouldn't say it full stop, and saying it should get you banned. And I hope it does, because I've known many people to get banned for saying the word, and rightly so. People obviously try and go about saying different things which mean the same, spelling it differently to try and get away from getting banned. But honestly, if you try to say something, even if you spell it differently, you will get banned. Like this guy, N-I, then a space, and then the rest. And he's getting away with saying it because of the space. He still needs to be banned. You know, there's no reason for him to rage the way he is just because he died. You know, again, it's one of those games you have to just hold your hands up and say, well played to the enemy. They rushed him at the perfect time. And, you know, sometimes you do lose games just because of silly little mistakes, or not even mistakes. You know, you're waiting around, you're in a good position. Excuse me. You're in a good position, but then the enemy rush. And there's nothing really you could do about that. Sometimes you don't think that the enemy are going to rush. So it's just one of those, well played to the enemy, and then move on. But this guy in the Lorraine, he just wants to rage, say the N-word for no reason whatsoever. And I think he should be banned. Moving on to the next game. Now, we all know people like to get in certain positions. They like to get in certain positions, and when someone else gets in that position, they really do not like it. So we've got everybody, literally everybody here, trying to push for this bush. Now, guy in the ISU is like, okay, people were there, no problem. I'm just going to sit behind them, and if they get spotted, they're going to get shot. Now, the BZ, he gets into position. He's going sort of sideways, and then the Elephant was just like, yeah, you know, I'm just going to sit behind you. And then the BZ was just like, do you know what? no, you can get out, you know. If you want to sit behind me, I don't know if he was actually pushing him or not, but he's just sitting behind him and letting him get shot. Now, the elephant, even now he is spotted, but before he was spotted, the BZ was spotted. So even if the enemy are in that corner and they don't see the elephant, they can still see the BZ, and they won't know that the elephant is sitting in front of him. So they're still going to shoot. And of course, because of that, they're going to get the elephant. Now, the elephant, as you can see, he is not happy one bit. Now, unfortunately, our guy in this ISU, he's just got absolutely obliterated. He did just get a lucky bounce there from the Camp Panzer 70, but yeah, he got absolutely obliterated. And this elephant, he isn't giving up. He definitely is not giving up, because he is raging at this BZ-68. And bear in mind, he's not saying anything. He's not saying anything at all, but he's still chasing him. He's still going to chase him, and the BZ does the right thing, to be honest. He goes down, and then the elephant dies, and then the BZ can go on his way and try and do as best as he can. Now, it's one of those games, yes, the elephant definitely shouldn't do as he did. I don't know if the BZ-68 was pushing the elephant at the start. If he was, then yeah, of course, that does make all the difference. He may have just been sitting behind him. Now, if he was just sitting behind him, then the BZ really didn't do anything wrong. And the elephant has just raged and decided, you know what, you're sitting behind me, I'm going to move, and then I'm going to push you out. But ultimately, if the BZ did, I mean, you do get it where you sit behind a tank and they need to reverse, but they can't reverse because you're in the way. Now, I do get that, and it is frustrating. Excuse me. And you should always bear that in mind. When you are in a game, if someone goes to your position, don't think that that position is yours. If you want to go to a certain position but someone else is there, unfortunately, you're just going to have to suck it up and get in a different position. Sometimes you can sit behind the tank, just like our ISU did. You know, he sat behind him, but he gave them plenty of room to reverse if they needed to. And you do have to bear that in mind. You know, there's nothing wrong with sitting behind someone in a game. But you have to bear in mind that they need room to maneuver. They need room to get out the way, to reverse if they have to. And unfortunately, the guy in the elephant did need to reverse, but he couldn't because the BZ was there. So it's one of those that if the BZ was pushing, then yes, he should be banned as well. But yeah, definitely the elephant needs to be banned just for his reaction to that. So let me know your thoughts. Was he pushing him? Was he not? Let me know in the comments below. But for now, hope you enjoyed today's video. We probably will call it banned because I still think that both of these replays people can and should be banned from Blitz. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye.